Hello, hello. She's back. Welcome to Beth Talks. Thank you for checking in. Um, I just wanted to put something out there to kind of share a little bit of my story that maybe could impact you in some way. And I think I started Beth Talks as a channel so that I could share my story, leave something there for my kids to reflect on, and my granddaughter, and in a way to just be part of the world and helping people that want to help people, and sharing your stories. The most impactful part of your knowledge is your story. So here we go. I'm going to catch you up. My last video was kind of a disaster. Well, not really. Not the video itself, but the purpose of it. I did a video with the intent purpose of doing like a diary during my time of quarantine, just to kind of share that experience with people. But as soon as I made that video, the next day I was like, oh my God, I can't do this right now. The world is in chaos, and there was so many emotions and energies, just crazy. It was just a shocking time, and I needed to just take some time to myself and process what was going on. And I think maybe a lot of you can relate to that. The first couple of weeks, especially, I was just obsessed with watching the news, checking the death tolls every morning, and it was just madness. And I just got into the despair and fear and all this ridiculousness. Not to discount the importance of social distancing and staying clean and all this and that. We should be doing that anyways. We should be washing our hands, and we should be 6 feet away from people. There's nobody that needs to be in my bubble unless I want you to be in my bubble. So these are things that we should adhere to on a daily life anyways. Okay, so I might rant a little bit because it's been a while since I did a video, and just kind of freestyling it to kind of catch up, get a feel for it again. I was really inspired by the Start Over Challenge that I am involved with this week with Tony Robbins and Dean Grosky. It has been a really fun ride. If you guys want to check that out, I'm going to include the link for that down below. We're 3 days in, but you could still get something out of it if you want to hop on there and just get inspiration and some training. It's totally free. It's amazing opportunity to be part of something that is so powerful and impactful in people's lives. So that really kind of got me going again. It made me feel like I still had a message I wanted to share with people. So I'm getting back on here. And like I said, the first couple of weeks of being quarantined, it was kind of depressing. To be honest with you, it's just a hardship. And I just felt like all this weight on me for no reason. And it was on into, I'd say, that the third week where I started kind of shaking out of it, started going, well, you know what? This really doesn't have anything to do with my course, what my plans are, but finish college, grow a business, and help people. And so our lack of movement really didn't impact my plans at all. And that's something that I really had to realize in the third week, just shake it off and go, this is not important to me right now. I am an individual that is striving to achieve a certain goal, and just consuming all this negative crap was just weighing me down for no reason at all. So the third week I started catching up in school because I had gotten behind. I was just a mess the first 2 weeks. And so started doing little by little. I caught up in school. I started doing really good. I was really proud of myself. And I just finished my semester. My last final was on Monday. So I was really excited. I got 3 A's and a B. So it was a huge accomplishment for me to get through my first year back to college and learning something I really didn't know anything about. So and then I'm working with a fabulous team at a tech company that has it brought me on board as an intern to learn all this stuff that's so fascinating. I just love it. So my degree is IT networking, which I love the fascination of how things are connected and how um, electronic things can talk to each other, and they all talk on different frequencies. It's just kind of like people. So I can relate to it. But anyways, so I'm working on a new career. My passion is helping people and feel better, and be healthier. And so I've gotten inspired to get back to my business and grow that again, offer something to people that can really change their life, and something that people really need right now. A little bit about my health and wellness. Uh, it's just a manufacturer that it manufactures healthy products for your home. Everything except for perishables and toilet paper. Sorry, we don't have toilet paper. But anyways, it's a fabulous, fabulous company. I fell in love with it 2 years ago, and it is helping so many people in times like these right now. They haven't run out of hand sanitizer, and they have plenty of disinfectant. So those are really important things to us right now. But more importantly, it's teaching people how to have a well-rounded, healthy lifestyle. It's not just about one aspect of your life. It's a whole wellness lifestyle. So that's really, um, really exciting. Anyways, so that's what I have really been working on the last couple of months, being cooped up in this little tiny house. We have a like 250 square foot house with a loft. It's great. Me and my daughter live here, and um, I'm babysitting my grand doggy every now and then. So, and we have 2 kittens. But anyways, I just wanted to share something with you that you may or may not have considered. Um, and I heard a video by Ralph Smart talking about this a little bit, and he was so on spot. He was talking about Stockholm Syndrome. And if you don't know what that is, it's basically when someone is captured by somebody, an abuser, or someone that wants to take advantage of them for their own intent purposes. Well, you're as the victim, they start relating and start bonding with their captor as a means of survival. They depend on them for life support, food, all the things they need. And so they start, having this loyalty, this love, this attachment to their captor. And it really does relate to our dependency on the government. I hate to say that. Okay, maybe I'll get banned for saying that. The government, I am not against. Okay, I'm not like one of these crazy conspiracy theorist people, but I think there is a lot that's going on that we just don't understand, but it's irrelevant. We have become a society is sitting around waiting for stimulus checks and bailouts and what are they going to do for me, and when is this help going to come to me? And I'm saying this because I've been there, and and done that, waiting for someone else to come and rescue you, waiting for an opportunity for this life raft to come floating by and get you out of whatever you want to change. But it's not going to happen. I mean, not at least in long term. We've come to a point in our lives around the world that it's really important to dig down and find solutions ourselves instead of looking to other people and other sources for solutions. Those are temporary. The long-term solutions are when we can look inside ourselves and say, what can we do? Right? And a lot of times it's really scary because when we stand out and say, what can I do? And then present that to other people, you might get shot down and people might say, oh, hush, quit talking. You don't know what you're talking about. It could go on and on with people that don't always agree with your view. But there's always going to be that one that understands where you're coming from. Self-empowerment is the new world, and we've got to find sources that we have control over. You know, if you have a job and it's solid and you're able to work right now, that's wonderful. But you have to ask, even if you're working at this point, whether you are or not, you have to ask yourself, is this going to last? Is this stable? Is this something that I know will be there till the day I die and fulfill all my needs throughout my life? This job, this task, this whatever it is that you're set to do. And that's what's more important than a paycheck or a bailout or a stimulus check. What is bringing meaning to your life right now? Because if you haven't already, you're about to lose a lot of money, and money it's just fake. It's like a mirage in the desert when you're thirsty and you see this wonderful lake in front of you and it's really not there. Our stimulus and our bailouts, those are mirages. They're only going to be there for as long as you can see them, and then they're gone. And you're left with yourself. You're left with your own decisions, your own motivation, your own inspiration, your own creative thinking. And we have, every one of us have the ability to think creatively and create a life that we want and that we deserve. And don't ever let anybody tell you that you can't do it. Don't ever let anybody say, hush, you don't know what you're talking about. Or, you know, that's great for you, but who cares? You know, have an open heart. Have an open heart to open opportunities that are before you. I don't care if you've never painted before. If you ever thought about painting, be inspired and start painting something. It doesn't matter if you've had training or schooling or anything. If you want to help other people, find ways to be a part of a community that help other people. If you always thought, well, you know, I'd love to be a musician, but this job takes up so much of my time. Well, now you might have a little bit more time on your hands. So start learning music, start a new language, start a new job, start a new business. Do something that makes you feel good, because relying on the rest of the world to make you feel good is never going to last. It's a temporary mirage. So I guess that's enough of my rant. And hopefully it worked out. We'll see. But anyways, I'm glad to be back, and I'm going to try to get back on my schedule once a week with Beth Talks, and check in with you guys. You know, stories always help. We read books to learn, and books come from someone's story. So it might pay you to listen. Like literally pay you to listen. All right, you guys have a great weekend. Love you. Peace out. Have a good weekend.